Hello and welcome to Jemma's Window. If you have checked out the calculations in the information box below and determined that you are a power year number 3, then you have come to the right place. As a power year number 3, your month of January puts you in the month of 4. So let's talk about what all these numbers mean. A power year number 3 is meant to be a fun, whimsical, light, exciting year. Good for you if it goes that way. Sometimes you can have a little bit of criticism come your way in a power year number 3. Sometimes you are the criticizer. It's also a wonderful year for any acting or publishing or anything in the arts that you would like to do. It's a wonderful year for accomplishing goals in that area. It also, now in the month of 4, you're in a bit of a contrast because January, the month of 4 for you, is much more practical. It's much more 2 feet on the ground. I gotta get to where I'm going, and you're meant to get to where you're going. So let's take a look. Let's start with looking at getting a job or the job you already have, and how is that going? Let's start there. And, okay, as we do, I want to tell you about your power days in the month of January. The magical days for you are January 9th, 18th, and 27th. It's a double whammy. So, if you have an audition, or something fun planned that you'd like to do, you're going to have great days on those days. But also, you might get a little bit more criticism on those days. So it can go either way, but let's think positive. Okay, so let's pull some cards. And I do want to remind you, you know this already. I know you do because you're so smart. But a reader like myself, we like to shed a little light, shed a little validation on the problems at hand that you have and give you a different way to look at things. But of course, you're always going to make your own decisions because you're smarter than us. Okay, here we go. Looking at someone with an existing job, I get you changing, I get you moving. And no wonder why you're feeling this urgency of the number 4. In January, get it done, gotta get it done, gotta get it done. Because you're having problems at this time or conflicts. Maybe they're with someone else and maybe they're within your own thought process because you're thinking, I think I need to change. I think I need to get out of here. I think I need to change somehow. But I'm not sure what I deserve and where I should go and how I should go about it because you got a number 7. So, I want to give you some very nice news, is that you have possibly up to 3 power year number 3s offers coming your way. So, put it out there with the people that you're working with. If you're working with a group and you don't want to leave, but you've got to get a different avenue to work towards. You have to get different projects, or maybe you'd like to relocate to a different office because you have a card here that says there's an option for relocation and an option for movement, and you're not sure if that's what you really want or not, but you definitely need some kind of change. You definitely need to move forward in a different direction. This also suggests if you want to actually change companies, it's a good month for that. And it will be a good move for you. You have a lot going on here. And it ends up very good for you. So go ahead and make that move or begin to plant the seeds to make that move. Let's pull one more card. For those of you who are already employed, let's pull one card for the company that you're working for. How do they perceive you? Versus a new company, is change better for you? Okay, so let's take a look at a card of how does the company you're working for perceive you at this time. I just have to check this out. They perceive you as a leader, and they perceive that you have more talents than what you are showing. So if I may make a suggestion to you, if you want to stay where you are, you better start bragging about yourself indirectly, talking to the right people about your achievements, talking to the right people about what you would like to pursue moving forward in that company. So they're not quite getting the full picture of you. Now, I want to talk about, should you move, should you change, should you pursue a different company? See, there's a lack of confidence here going on with you threes, and we've got to get that pepped up for you. There's this lack of confidence that says you're afraid to look elsewhere, or you're afraid to go with someone new because you're not quite sure if you can cut it or do it. And that's okay, because once and for all in the month of January, if you really aren't sure and you're not going to look any more into it or not take any more schooling, then stick to where you are. They like you, but they got to see a different side of you to move you to a different location, because according to this, you need to see some movement at work. Let's look at you if you are looking for a position. And I want to suggest to you, using the same basic cards that I pulled, I feel like you, if I may be so bold as to suggest that the cards are suggesting that you're being a little picky, that you're looking for this new position, and I feel like there are many positions out there that would actually be interested in you, but you're being a little bit picky, and it's coming from, I'm not sure what I want. I'm not sure what I want to do. Now, it's one thing if you're being picky and you've got your PhD in neurology, that's one thing. But these cards are suggesting that you're being picky, and it's because you're really not sure what you want or where you're going or what your talents are. There's a little bit of information coming in. For those of you that are in the healthcare field, I feel like a message is coming in for you that you should shoot to that next level, that you should go ahead and do that. If you're an assistant of some kind in the doctor's office, you might want to shoot for that PA. If you're the PA in the doctor's office, you might want to shoot for actually going and becoming a doctor. Like I'm feeling that kind of a feel, is to try to move up to the next level of what you're doing. It happens to be coming in the example of healthcare. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but if you are, yes, I think I did. If you're in any kind of arts, this is a wonderful year for you. So push yourself to that next level as well. And if you do push yourself, people looking for a job or looking to move to that next level, let's pull a card and see how it goes. Okay, I do have the Hermit card, and for those of you who are in the know, the Hermit card is talking about having patience and learning. Having patience and learning. So not to make rash decisions about change, and not to put off every job that's offered to you because you're not sure if it's right. To take one of them, but have the patience to try to figure out exactly what you want, and then additional education might be necessary for it. Some kind of, even a short course in certification. If the cards come up, I consider them positive, and I consider the suggestion to do it. Let's look at some good days. Good days for looking for those jobs or opportunities or new certificates or degrees will be January 9th, 18th, and 27th. Let's move on to romance. Let's put these back in there. Let's move on to romance for you, and let's look at people who are in a relationship and people who'd like to be in one. Now, the year of 3 suggests a lot of dating, a lot of moving around, not so serious. Yet your month of January suggests being a little bit more serious. I'm really looking at Is the relationship you're in a good one and a logical one, and what's the next move? So let's take a look. Okay. So let's take a look at those in a relationship already. What I'm getting is you are giving the mixed signals. Now, what's nice is that you're not particularly getting them, you're giving them. So if you feel like you're getting mixed signals, check out closely what signals are you giving off. Is one perpetuating the other? So if you're in a relationship, I feel like you're feeling like it's not right. I feel like, again, you're not sure what you want. Now the year of 3 is a year that it's okay not to be sure what you want and to play the field. But the question is, the month of 4 is very serious. So if you're in a relationship, maybe you ought to let that person go if you're not sure they're right for you. The other card that I have is all about timing. When the time is right, you're going to feel right. Things are going to fall into place across the board. But in a relationship, when the time is right, you're going to meet the right person and it's going to move a little bit more naturally for you. So the cards are just suggesting you're just not that into them. Maybe you're feeling they're not that into you, but you're just not that into them. Let's pull a card before we move on. Let's pull a card about the person that you're with. What are they perceiving of you right now? Okay. They have no idea where you're coming from. I got the Hangman card. That's a major arcana. That's very, very strong. It's happening now. The person that you're with has no idea if you're coming or you're going, how you feel about them. Maybe you're feeling like you're in limbo, but they're definitely feeling like they're in limbo. And this is the month to do something about it. And the cards aren't suggesting what it is. They're just merely suggesting that everything about you is just not 2 feet into the relationship. That's what's coming up. Okay, changing gears for a minute. If you're looking for that relationship, you're just not sure what you want yet, just like the job. Honestly, the cards, both different cards coming up, you're not sure what you want. So don't commit to someone if you're not sure what you want. Just do the dating thing. And that is the advice for you for this month, and there's no kind of 2 ways about it. Let's go to that last situation, the last segment that we're going to do together today, and it's about any issue in your life. And I tell my clients, the best readings are readings that you're prepared for and you have questions for, specific questions for, because when you walk out the door, you've gotten answers, or you haven't gotten an answer, or you've gotten half an answer, but at least you've addressed it and you don't walk off wondering. Think of a question right now about a situation that's in your life. And me as a reader, I'm going to try to shed some light onto that situation. We're going to look at it in a different way, and we're going to ask what's the best possible outcome. But you know that as a reader, I can't make a determination or a judgment for you. You're the best one at that. I know you know that already, but it really is worth saying. You're the keeper of the keys. You judge your own life and which path you're going to take. The best outcome we can expect from any situation at hand in your life right now is, oh, my little number 3s. My little number 3s, in this particular month, I have a friend that tells me if you don't know what to do, don't do anything. And I also just heard on a Netflix I was watching, if you don't know what to do what's right in front of you. That said, everything in your readings across the board is, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to give you what I get. And do you know what your center card is, which is your strongest card? ask the right person. Go to the big kahuna, go to the big cheese, go to the counselor, go to HR, go to the person that you're seeing, go to the doctor, go to the specialist if you have a health issue, talk to the realtor in the area if you're looking to move, go to the doctor who specializes in infertility. Stop Googling. Now, Googling is your friend. It can be your friend at many, many times. Go to the specialist and ask questions. Even a reader. Go to someone and get a different point of view about whatever the situation is, because your before is topsy-turvy, willy-nilly, I have no idea what to do, and your after is, I don't know who to believe. I don't know who's the best. Oh yes, I don't know who's the best about fertility questions out of the girl up the street, somebody else at work. Go to the doctor, go to a specialist. Find out the correct information, and you will find your answer to whatever is bothering you. If it's the person that you're married to, the person that you're seeing, go to them. And if going to a counselor with them is in the back of your mind before you watch this reading, go to the counselor. Go to the person who's going to give you the best information. Thank you so much for joining Jemma's Window. If you'd like to see more about me or read more about me, you can hop onto gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And please, oh please, if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. Thank you so much, threes. I'll see you next month.